guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stock. Today I want to talk about Marvell, breaking down what they do, what investors are watching for, their latest earnings that came out today, and whether this could be a good entry into starting a position in Marvell. Whether you're brand new to semiconductor stocks or just curious, by the end of this video, you'll know what Marvell does and how their earnings went. Let's dive right into it.
The AI landscape of the future will look nothing like today. AI infrastructure will have attracted more investment than any prior technology transition. The largest AI companies will operate millions of XPUs across gigawatt-scale data centers, cities, and continents, with sovereign AI further increasing that footprint. We'll be deep into the era of agentic AI and humanoid robots. Marvell is at the heart of the AI revolution, addressing a huge and growing custom market opportunity. We deliver custom AI infrastructure tailored for any application, with a broad range of custom products, including XPUs, custom accelerators, networking devices, memory controllers, and much more. We're already designing tomorrow's custom silicon using cutting-edge IP for die-to-die interfaces, high bandwidth memory, and co-packaged optics. These aren't just components, they're part of an XPU system designed as a unified whole, a design challenge few companies can meet, especially at today's unprecedented pace of compute progress. From custom compute to rack, row, data center, campus, and multi-campus connectivity, Marvell, accelerated infrastructure done right.
All right, so to break it down very simply, Marvell is a US semiconductor company that focuses on designing and producing chips and infrastructure components, especially for data centers, cloud, storage, networking, and increasingly AI infrastructure. Rather than just consumer CPUs for laptops and phones, Marvell makes the plumbing, quote unquote, data behind data infrastructure, such as data processing units, networking chips, storage controllers, custom silicon for cloud and AI clients. As the AI boom pushes forward and demand increases for massive data center capacity and specialized infrastructure, companies like Marvell become more relevant. Why this matters: as AI workloads scale, raw compute GPUs is only part of the story. Data has to move fast, be stored, retrieved, connected. Marvell aims to be the backbone provider for that infrastructure. Now you want to understand who the competitors are to Marvell and where does Marvell sit in the cloud compute semiconductor chip sector. So some of the big competitors and peers in the semiconductor infrastructure chip space: Broadcom, ticker AVGO, a major player in networking, connectivity, infrastructure chips. Of course, we have Nvidia, ticker NVDA, though known more for GPUs, moves into data center and AI infrastructure chips, puts it into a broader competitive space. And then we have Intel, ticker INTC, a legacy semiconductor and infrastructure chip maker, competing in some overlapping markets. And then we also have Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. Again, while more CPU and GPU focused, part of the competitive semiconductor ecosystem. There is also other smaller niche peers, memory chip, storage oriented firms like Micron Technology and other networking and communication chip firms. So the takeaway here is Marvell doesn't just face one type of competitor, but rather a mix of different competitors doing different things that are very similar. From giant diversified chip makers like Broadcom or Intel to GPU AI focused players like Nvidia and AMD. The latest earnings, Q3 full year 2026 earnings for Marvell, they reported revenue of $2.075 billion, slightly above the forecast of 2.07 forecast. But why was the stock up almost 13%? The beat was rather modest on revenue, but the tone and guidance was very bullish, driven by strong demand for its data center and infrastructure offerings. And on top of that, following the earnings release, the company also announced a major strategic move, an acquisition of a chip startup, Celestial AI, for about $3.25 billion, mix of cash and stock, to integrate its photonics and its interconnect technology into Marvell's portfolio. So something I noted on my end is I like to see assets of businesses continually increase I did notice their assets have been fairly flat since the start of 2024. Flat total assets don't necessarily mean there's a problem with the business. The flat asset base does reflect some conservativeness from management or a shift toward R&D and intelligible assets, which may not always show up on the assets. That's why you always want to dive in a little bit deeper. I have not done my homework on Marvell. I did a quick deep dive into the business, going over the earnings. So this is something that kind of sparks like a red flag to me. The big acquisition of Celestial AI is a wild card. Once it closes, it could materially change the asset base and long-term potential if photonic interconnects deliver.
Itself. We're Celestial AI, and we're revolutionizing how data moves by harnessing light. To enable the next generation of computing, we had to think differently about how the current generation of data centers are built. Rather than fight the laws of physics, we embrace them.
All right, so a company like Marvell isn't super flashy, not like a pure GPU name, but they're one of the under-the-hood infrastructure plays, powering the AI data center boom. With a solid earnings beat, an aggressive move into photonics via Celestial AI acquisition, and long-term growth tailwinds, they look interesting, especially for long-term investors. But there's still some stuff to monitor personally for me, so it's not going to be a buy for me. If there is a dip, this could be a company that I put on my watch list. The balance sheet posture is a little concerning for me. There is the execution risk with the AI bubble, as most people say, and competition is very heavy in the sector at the moment. But if the sector continues for a while and it's not a bubble, then this could be a great opportunity. Let me know what you think about Marvell. Personally, for me, I am not buying this stock. This is not financial advice. Dive right into it, learn more about it, and yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.